Fantastic. So, my name's Colin Rhodes. I'm from Flabba. I'm here today to talk to you about our online remote video interview platform and recruitment management tools, all integrated into the one. There's quite a lot to get on with, so I'll try and sort of splash through. I'll have questions and answers afterwards, but there's quite a lot to be getting on with for the time being. So let's crack on. So, some bit of fun facts. We've got a few facts today. Believe it or not, it was Leonardo da Vinci back in the 15th century who first invented the formal CV. So the CV's been going around for centuries, literally. And it was in 1920 that Thomas Edison first invented the structure of the modern-day interview. Again, all old stuff. My background is I've been in recruitment for about 15 odd years, prior to this, both as agency but also in-house with the likes of Microsoft and Vodafone and GSK, talking about pharmaceuticals. And the tools typically, that's no major great revelation, but it's CVs, dare we say, liable to elaboration. We've got social footprint, so LinkedIn, great tool, but again, it's subjective and liable to elaboration. Referrals and references were a great tool, and telephone interviews. Principally, those are kind of the ways that we screen candidates before we invite them in for those face-to-face interviews. Now, the net output from that is, and this I think is cross-industry, I don't think it's really in dispute, is that approximately 2/3 of all first-round interviews don't progress to the next stage. It's a phenomenal waste of time, effort, resources, and valuable time of perhaps some execs within a business taking out an hour of their day at whatever costs to go and interview people, and it's just not going to the next stage. Also, recruitment life cycles. That, I think, is quite conservative at 12 weeks. It's far too long. So it's kind of time for a change. Now here, everyone's having trouble with video, so if I can get this right. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Small story about recruitment. We've probably all seen before. It's a story I'm sure we're all very familiar with. Someone walks in and within the first couple of seconds you realise this was not going to go well, but you've got to go through the machinations of the process. And why is that now doing that? There we go. Ooh. So, just very quickly, sort of running through, I guess, why Flabba and why not something like Skype, which we've heard mentioned as well. So I've taken a kind of a screenshot of what Flabba looks like, the video interview page here as well. But clearly, obviously, there's some similarities at the top. We do live video interviewing. We also do the one-way asynchronous video interview that we've heard people talking about this morning as well, and I'm going to try and demo that very bravely in a live environment in a few moments. We are multi-platform capable, so on desktops, on laptops, on tablets. Just quickly though, on the video interviewing, ours is something called WebRTC, so there's no thin client download, unlike you have with Skype, so reducing the technical barriers to market as well. Recordable, so both the live multi-participant video interviews recordable, but also the asynchronous on-demands are recordable as well. You can attach CVs and supporting documentation. I'll show you this in the demo in a moment, but there you can see there's a CV which you can scroll through whilst you're talking to that individual. This is a live interview going on here. Set structured interview questions. Very important from an audit and compliance perspective. Everyone has the same interview experience, and this kind of forces that hand. Share those interviews. So Once the interviews are complete, you have automated workflows built into the system that'll send emails and texts to those you've set up as reviewers to go onto their Flabba dashboard, which I'll show you in a moment, and to go in there and have a look at those video interviews. You can also share them once you're looking at them as a reviewer and go, okay, this is not a predefined reviewer, but there's a colleague I think might actually quite like this, so you can review, and I'll show that again in a moment. Fast forward recordings to specific interview questions. So again, I'll show that to you, but that's the case. If there's a killer question you really want to go and see the answer to, you can just fast forward the audio and video to that particular question. Full review and feedback of interviews. You can see just below the video output there, you guys can see questions, but I'll show you in more detail. You can write comments, and you can rate it between 1 and 5 and save those. Any amount of reviewers can be used for this as well, so multiple points of due diligence. Very important. We've had clients actually who, typically, maybe there's, say, three decision makers, and the third decision maker's only got to see the candidate perhaps 4 weeks into the whole recruitment process, and they just red flagged it. Well, because of this, that won't happen. They get a chance to see those candidates right at the very, very beginning, so reducing that wasted time. Interview ranking, I've spoken about, but we have an aggregate. So on the interview management page, you can go there and you can filter according to the highest ranking interview scores as well, so you can see who are your superstars coming through. And it's full audit of all interviews, so we store this in the cloud. We store it for free for 12 months as part of your normal contract. Thereafter, we can store for longer. We offer for the enterprise solutions a full integration with your ATSs. And the last one is I kind of touched on before, there's 0 software downloads. This is cloud-based. Very quickly, just run through this. We've heard people talking about the reduction in times to hire, which, these technologies most definitely do that. I think the point that perhaps hasn't been mentioned is that hiring is just the start of the process, actually hiring the individual. Getting them productive can take, again, another maybe 6 weeks, sometimes even longer. So, in this you can see typical recruitment here is on the yellow, purple is under Flabba. Now, in the same time it would take you typically to hire one individual, using Flabba you can hire them and get them training and productive within that same time. So hugely valuable. We've got another feature as well, which again some of the guys are talking about, but it's integrated into our system as well. It allows you to create marketing videos to bring to life the opportunity, the company, and the likes. And I'll show you briefly that as well. So, I'm going to try, if the Wi-Fi gods will play ball with me, to give you a live demo. Right, okay, so everyone can access this. All you need is access to the internet, and you log in from here. By the way, all our logins are extremely secure. We just spent the last 12 months working with the Home Office, actually, to build them a video interview platform to enable them to remotely interview all UK visa applicants. So you can imagine we've had to jump through some pretty hellish security testing. And let me just get in here. Okay, so here we are. So this is a pretty busy dashboard. This is the administrator's dashboard, and you can see we've kind of separated out. So at the top, you've got all of your call actions relevant to you, because administrators can also be recruiters. But down below, you've got more of the administrative stuff here as well. So you can see it's a full ATS. You've got all your candidates down the bottom there, all of your campaigns, so campaigns are your jobs, or specifically campaigns relevant to yourself. But for the purpose of this, and because we're kind of time is not our friend, I'm just going to go and run through and show you some of the video components. So we go into all campaigns. We've got some demo campaigns here. The marketing video, again, this is a demo marketing video. It shows you the job and embedding video into it. So here, again, I just drew this up. I've got obviously the event logo up here, the job advert, job title, and then you've got the marketing video, which you can put any amount of these, and it could be, this is me in my winter coat with a beard. But you can put in YouTube URLs.
Hi, this is just URLs. A quick example of how you can use marketing videos to
you
bring
can put any amount of those
company, in. Also NHS professional job specific.
When a candidate, so I haven't got time to show you this, but that for a candidate would say apply and they would click on that, and it instantly would bring up
you could have
an email. You can put your email, and they'd be taken to an application form which you can configure as well.
A new campaign, you can just attach whichever.
But in the interest of time, I can't really show you that. And now I've just gone and lost the wonders of demonstrating in a live environment, hey? Oh, there we go, perfect. Okay, so we're back in. If I show you how quick and easy it is to go and set up one of the one-way video interviews, we do multi-participant, but I'll just show you this very quickly as well. In fact, no, before I do that, just quickly, candidates on a campaign, so they would be listed here. You can see this is a demo campaign. We've only got one candidate in here. But we've created a RAG status around documents. So there's document management piece on here as well. So red, amber, green. Okay, red meaning no documents. And we've got alerts that can alert the candidate to keep on sending these documents. It'll remain red until they have uploaded the documents required. Amber means they've uploaded, but they haven't been verified. And green means they've been uploaded and verified. So they're all good. So you can very easily go in there, have a quick look. Come on, Wi-Fi. Okay, you see your document section here. Okay, so you can go through and scroll up and down through that particular document. You kind of get the idea, but this Wi-Fi is extremely slow. Okay, so you get the idea there. Good, right. So let me go into quickly just go setting up the video interview. All right, you go back into your campaigns. The campaign relevant for this is kind of the in-house recruitment here, and then I'll just go up here and set up interviews. Which should be your interview management piece. You can see there's got other interviews here as well, or just one. I'm just going to go and create a video interview. You can create face-to-face interviews and keep track of them as well, and automated emails get sent out. So here you go. This is super simple, easy. We've got a demo candidate there. See, we've got an option to do two-way or one-way. We're obviously going to do a one-way for the purpose of this demonstration. One-way. I'll just make it today, obviously. It's got to be doing this whilst juggling a microphone. They're the easiest things to do. Okay, make it forward time, so we just put 11:30, end time, make it. These are suggestive times, by the way. They'll get an email, the candidate will get an email saying, you've been invited to conduct this. I'm going to select myself as a reviewer. You could have all of your in-house reviewers, your client reviewers you could have set up as well. Let's click on that. Save. That is as difficult as it is. So that then will send an email out to the candidate say, hey, look, you've just been invited to conduct this interview. You can see under my interview management, because I'm an administrator, I've got candidate responses pending, the upcoming interview here. So I'm now, okay, he's really testing himself here, going to log in as the candidate. So you can see the candidate dashboard. Okay, so you can see it's a bit more truncated. We really wanted to bring to life the main element for this for the candidates, which is their upcoming interviews. They've got an interesting section on My Waiting Room. My Waiting Room allows them to go in and view all the jobs that they've applied for, to look at the marketing videos, to look at all supporting documents as well. So let's just, for the purposes of this, again, I keep saying, but time's not our friend, let me just go and accept that. And now you can see the begin interview is now starting to flash. So they'll go in there, it warns them that it's got timed interview questions. We'll hit let's go. And you'll see they can look through supporting documents when they load up through this snail-paced Wi-Fi. There's any amount of documents here on the, you can probably see, you can see these tabs here, so job specs and the likes, but obviously Wi-Fi is not really helping us here. There we go, okay, fine. So you can see, you can scroll. This is the same as if you're conducting an interview which is live, you can scroll through supporting documents whilst you're interviewing them. Could be a job spec. Okay, you kind of get the idea. Then we're going to start interviewing. This will then boot up the video And this is the one-way video, so you can hopefully see me here now, yeah. And then you'll see the questions will start to come up on the left-hand side, and a timer will start. So we'll put 19 seconds. So first question, if you can see that. How am I today? I'm having a ball. And the Wi-Fi gods are still working in my favor. If you don't answer the question within the allotted time, it'll roll over to the next question. You can see it's gone red. And this is an idea that you don't want candidates to pre-rehearse their answers. We're trying to screen them in as live environment as possible, notwithstanding the fact you've obviously got live video interviews you can do too. So next question, how's the weather? This morning it was a wonderful grey Manchester day. And then final question, so it restarts the timer. Have I enjoyed this interview? Immensely. Right. And then we'll just go next. And it should say, congratulations, your interview is now over. Hope it went well. They can go in there, they can view that interview. So for learning perspective, I think that's really important. They can go back and look at other interviews they've done as well. Again, for learning and coaching, I think that's really kind of important too. But last little bit to show you on the video element is if I log myself in as back as my administrator, because I was also set as a reviewer. Again, you can have any amount. Let's get rid of that. It's right over the window I want to show you. So awaiting my review. You can see we've got 2 interviews up there. I would have got an email, my phone has been buzzing by the way, but to say, hey look, this interview just happened, go there, have a look at, on your dashboard, go and log into your dashboard and go and look at this, and you can see this is the one that was set up here. I can click on that. And again, the job spec is loading up, the CV is loading up a bit quicker, but again, I can, as a reviewer, I can go through and scroll through that, just bear with me. Right, as a reviewer, you can see I've got more options here. Can you see them? So coming up, I can write my comments, I can rate, and then down below I've got recommendations. The recommendations have actually been grayed out because I haven't reviewed it as yet. So let's go in and click the first question. This is the one-way video, so you can see me here now, yeah. Okay. And you'll see the questions will start to come up on the left-hand side. So you can see me there, obviously. I can then write in here. Terrible, or whatever I fancy. Okay, and then put in a response of, yes, I think rating of 3, 5 being best, and we'll save that. Then we'll go into question 2. It'll fast forward. Again, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not helping us here, but typically this will fast forward directly straight to that particular question. So next question, how's the weather? This morning it was. So fine. Again, create an aggregate for there. And then lastly, there. And this is asking me to make certain that I am saving all my comments and ratings of each question. Great. Okay.
Have I enjoyed this interview? Immensely. Right.
Right. What a cheesy so-and-so. So that really kind of is running you through it at quite a pace. But I think it hopefully gives you an idea of what the platform does. That's literally just a one-way video interview. We're working in quite extreme conditions here where we've got pretty poor Wi-Fi, but you know, we managed to go and get it working, and I managed to complete a live demo of software in a conference. So great. So that's it. Is there any questions anyone has?